So, or another way is to say it is like your bones are fine, your muscles are good, your brain is fine, is doing the material process is working, all neurons working, everything is fine, but you don't feel good. When you don't feel good, then really to you it doesn't matter if the muscles, bones, everything, and the mind is everything is working well. You don't feel good because feeling good has become everything in our life. So when the breakup happens, because you don't feel good, suddenly you forget that everything else is working perfectly. There's nothing wrong with me. My brain works, my muscles, my bones, everything is good, everything works, but this not feeling good suddenly has become more important than any other part of you, any other abilities of you, any other, certainty about you. Everything else is fine, but the feeling is the one that is really killing you. Now, and so getting back to the food thing, and so the same way, so all the ingredients are good, but it doesn't taste good, so you don't want it. But then there's some of the dishes that the ingredients are really shitty, not of good quality, but they taste good. All these spices and whatnot. That means the taste has become everything rather than the ingredient quality of it. And that's similar to how we feel about our feelings. The feeling good about something has become more important than anything else. Like we forget about everything else that we are equipped with, and only because we don't feel good, because she left, the relationship was broke up, or he left you, and the relationship was broke up, and you don't feel good, and suddenly you forget about everything else about you that is perfect. And then you're in pain. Why? Because you're not focusing on the reality of you. You are putting ahead a portion of you, which is the way the food looks, and the quality is good, but you don't like it. But the dish that is actually of shitty quality but tastes good, you find that palatable, pleasant, and you feel happy for that. So now think, which one was your relationship? Was it a good relationship that you had good times in it, and now that you don't have it, but you think of the times that it tastes good and it was fine and you were happy, but you're not really considering all the ingredients in it that was bad, but you're just thinking about the taste of it that was good for some events or some times, and therefore you're in pain because you're not focusing about how bad the ingredients in it was. Same thing, you are now not realizing how good and strong and able and capable you are, and how you can deal and build your future, because your brain is working fine, the material process having, neurons are working, you're healthy, and your bones are good, your muscles are good, and you're functioning well. But because you don't feel good due to this breakup, you've forgotten all the other equipments and the abilities and perfections that is already in you, and you're stuck. So my suggestion is for you to realize that you need to change your default programming, because your default programming tells you that when there's a breakup, you should just sit around and be miserable because things have changed, because you expected everything to be on land, not moving, but now realize that you're moving on ocean in a vessel of boat. That's a characteristics of life, characteristics of this trip, this journey is to be moving up and down, things changing. So you shouldn't be shocked. Your default setting of mind, which is reaction to events of this kind, to be sad, to be miserable, to be depressed, should be changed. You don't have to react that way. You can change that programming, and at the same time focus on feelings. Should not be the only thing that should be ahead of everything else. You have so much going for you, your wisdom, your knowledge, your education, your experiences, your bones, your muscles, your brain, everything's working. And just because you don't feel good about a relationship that's been broken up should not stop you on your tracks. So keep on going full force like a tank, and build a different road, feel different, change your feeling by your actions, and focus on efforts that you're making in life, not on outcomes and results and how it was I had a relationship or I should have a relationship. None of that. Just focus on these things that I just mentioned, and it should make a change in your life. Wow, I talked a lot, but however, I hope I delivered something and you could enjoy thinking about it. Thank you, and talk to you later.